Hey guys, welcome to episode number 34 of 10-Minute Kick-Ass Coaching. Appreciate your evening being with me for the next 10 minutes. Today's subject is going to be, do I need to act professional even when I'm not working? Well, the answer will definitely be a big yes, and there's many reasons for it. In most of the sporting, your NFL, Major League Baseball, basketball, they have clauses, ethics clauses, that keep athletes from acting stupid. And sometimes it happens they do it without the clause. It doesn't make a difference. But generally, one of the things in their contract is if you go outside and you do something really irrational or crazy, or make a crazy statement or whatever, we can void your contract or other penalties that can happen. So I would say that's an absolute truth. I'm going to give you another example of that. A few years back, I think around 2014, 2015, an executive with Taco Bell, he was a marketing manager there with the company, senior marketing manager, so he was a VP, I believe, at the time, was caught in a Uber video, unfortunately assaulting an Uber driver belligerently. Sounds like he was maybe intoxicated at the time, I'm not quite sure. But he really went at it with the Uber driver, and it was very unfortunate, shameful situation. If that person worked for me, I probably would have, I probably got myself in trouble for that one. So, long story short, he was let go. Taco Bell said he no longer works for us. We don't want somebody like that here. It's obvious we're not in line with this person's values or this person's ideas, and they got rid of him. And void is probably very, very good, very lucrative contract with Taco Bell to be a VP with that company. That is the extreme version to it, but let's break it down to something that might affect you in your local business, your local situations. I had this story. It was a fellow business owner that I knew. He went out one night, was out with some friends he hadn't seen in a while. They were out at a local bar. They call it a watering hole, I guess, back there. And he said he was out with them, and guys got a little rowdy, got a little obnoxious, and got into an argument with another group of patrons at the local bar. Fine, it happens. I mean, it happens pretty much daily. I understand that. Things get a little heated sometimes, unfortunately, and things like that can happen. And it's wrong, but it does happen. And one person got into the other person's argued with the other person, and said, "You know what? You're this, you're that," and that person responded, "No, you're this, you whatever." And it got heated, and everybody was told to leave the bar, leave the establishment, get out. So they all got out. And spilled into the parking lot a little bit, but everybody got in their car, and cooler heads prevailed, and everybody went home. The next day, that person had a prospective meeting with a client that would have been worth a very lucrative deal, hundreds of thousands of dollars in a deal. And he happens to go up, he gets into the building, goes up to the office, walks into the office, and as soon as he walks in, he is told that the person that he was supposed to meet with has no time to meet with him today. Don't call, don't reschedule. He's not interested. If he changes his mind, they will call you. Guy's baffled. He doesn't understand what this is all about. He says, I just came in. This is my livelihood. I come in and I'm trying to have this meeting with this gentleman. I thought it was really good. Everything was good over the phone. We set this thing finally up. We're just about to the point of working with each other, and this person won't see him. Well, what had actually happened, it came out later on, is that person from the previous evening that he had the altercation with, that he was yelling obscenities to back and forth, was the person he was going to meet the next day for the meeting. Now, again, it's probably a rare situation this will happen, but it happened, and it can happen, and it affected him severely because of that. So my point is, be professional all times, even when you're not. If you're in a professional business, professional situation, you're a VP with your company, you're a manager in your company, you own your own business, whatever the case it is, this particular person had this happen, owned his own business, and this really hurt that person because he was relying on working this out. And because of the situation, it didn't end well. And he had, unfortunately, him and his friends, it sounds like they probably started the issue, and this person was, of course, ending the issue very quickly and said, I don't want to do business with this person. As soon as he walked in, I saw he was on camera. I don't want to deal with this guy. He's obviously not a person of the same character. And it's a shame because the guy's really, really a good guy. I know him personally, but It's a bad situation. You walk in there, and this is how it unfolded. And he said to me, "I will never again, no matter where I am, if I'm out with my family now, I'm married, I have children. If I'm out with my family, that'll never happen. I act professional at all times. A lot of times I'm wearing something that signifies my own company, and it's never going to happen. It was out. It was ridiculous. It never should have happened, but it affected him severely." And it can affect another person. So you never know who you're going to do business with. You could be meeting with somebody that you've done virtually over the phone, through emails, whatever the case is, and you meet them, and if that person does a sour image of you, it can affect you substantially. So the point of this discussion tonight is simply be professional at all times. No matter what you do, you're out in the public. If you want to be a little careless, go do it at home when your friend's home. Don't go out into public where something like this could happen. You should be professional. You should be grown up and mature at all times. I mean, we're adults, but times and things do happen. It's understandable. It happens. And sometimes very good people do stupid things. I'm one of them. I've done very stupid things myself in the past. And never quite had that issue to deal with, but it scared the hell out of me, and I would never want to do it. So I personally will act professional all times, no matter where I'm at. Even if I'm here, I'm staying in a hotel, and I'm working with the staff, and I had a remote control that wasn't right. So I call the person, downstairs, and nobody comes up to give me the remote. Do I get upset and take it out on the person? No, I just walk gently over to the person, and then say, my remote, it doesn't seem to be working for me. Turns out it's just the programming wasn't right and the remote need to be updated. So it was a simple fix, no big deal, but be nice, be professional at all times. You never know where or when that's going to be tested. It happens with pro athletes, it happened with an executive with Taco Bell, and it happened to my friend. So I can tell you unequivocally, this can happen. So make sure you keep yourself the same character you do in business, the same character that you do, the same representation, the same top level of customer service, client service, representation you do every single day, day in and day out. You absolutely want to do at all times. Again, if you're going to be a little reckless, do it in private. Don't do it out in public. You never know how it's going to affect you. It's going to affect everybody around you, and that person could have talked to other people that could have affected his entire livelihood and said, hey, this guy's a whatever he is, he's a jerk, he's this. And it turns out the guy's not bad. He just was out of line and drank a little too much and was out with friends that razzed it on, and it was a bad situation. So you never know what you're going to run into. Make sure you're professional at all times. That's really our point today. I don't care what you have to do when it comes to your clothing, your uniform, whether you're wearing a suit, a tie. Here's an example. When I'm going and have a meeting with one particular client, and this is a pretty high net worth client, if I wore anything other than just a t-shirt and jeans, that person would be would be offended, frankly. That's not their type of mentality. They don't want to meet with somebody in a suit. They want to meet somebody in a t-shirt and jeans to sit down and talk at a table and drink some iced tea, coffee, whatever, maybe even a couple of beers if need be. And that's how they want to that's how they want to meet with you. If you show up other than that, they're going to say, go out, come back. I don't know who you are. Come back in t-shirt and jeans. Other people, in particular, especially if I'm working where I'm in New York City and Manhattan in particular, the dressing attire is more, conservative. You're going to have your suit, your tie, dress shirt, pants, shoes, the whole 9 yards. If you're meeting with most clients there are some that are not like that. It has changed certainly a lot as of recent, and I'm a big fan of that because I think you should dress how you need to dress to impress, but not to be the same penguin look as everybody else. You want to stand out a little bit. Not too much, but you definitely want to stand out. So make sure you dress the part for the right occasion. Make sure you're wearing the right your right costume, I should say, the right uniform or the right suit, shirt, tie, jeans, t-shirt, whatever the case it is, when you're actually out there meeting with your clients and know who you're meeting with. And of course, you deal with people differently because of that reason. So, guys, girls, same thing. Be professional at all times. No matter what the situation is, no matter how things get a little crazy out there, no matter how things can get a little chaotic, never lose your composure or coolness when it comes to your professionalism, when it comes to working with your staff, your people, your managers, customers, clients, prospects. All right. thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, this is episode number 34 of 10-Minute Kick-Ass Coaching from the road. I apologize, I'm not in the studio. I probably won't be for another week or so because I'm going from one to the other, and sometime mid next week, I think I'll be back in the studio to start producing the videos. They're in a more professional, quote-unquote, setting. So, message is still the same. It's delivered a little bit differently, but the message is still the same and can be utilized the same. So, be professional all times in all situations and realize that you never know who you're going to run to, who you're going to meet, or who you might be on camera with. So, that's it. Guys, have a great evening. I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me for another episode of 10-Minute Kick-Ass Coaching here live from the road in upstate New York. I should say Westchester County. I'm still here. So I'll be headed back to Pennsylvania next week to do some work. And then I have another engagement after that. And then I'm back in New Jersey. So, guys, kick ass. Have a great night. Have a great tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye.